I heard Bishop David Oyedpeo once define and dissect Revelations 5:10 by saying that he made us kings for royalty. Verse 10. And he made us priests for responsibility. It never left me. If you only have a royal mindset and lack a priesthood mindset, you will still be stagnated. But also, if you only have a priesthood mindset and lack a royal mindset, there is also stagnation. So there must be balance. But today, let's focus on a royal destiny. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. 1 Peter chapter 2, please, and verse 9. Look at what the word says. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal what? Priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that should go forth and show the praises of him who has called you from darkness into his marvelous light. Do you see there in verse 9? It didn't say a priesthood, but a royal priesthood. So we are called to royalty. We are called to royalty. And I think that in our generation now and around the world, there is not good enough mentality for royalty. Because now we have presidents around the world. But in previous generations, they understood the place of royalty far more. Royalty. You know, in Proverbs, I think chapter 23, verse 7, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. We need a change of mentality from slavery to royalty. You know, because of what we have been through, if we are not cautious, we'll be thinking as slaves even when we are blessed. Are you following what I'm saying? But you must change, and I must change that mindset according to scriptures, to start thinking of our place as kings, as queens, as prince and princes or princesses. We need a change of mindset. When the Lord began to open me up to this, I went and began to study royalty, study the royalty in Morocco, study the royalty in England, study the royalty across the world where there are still kings and queens, and you would understand that this mind is very powerful. If you think like a slave, even when you are given $1 billion, you will spend it like a slave. It is not the money you have, it's the mind you have. If you are given $1 and you think as royalty, it's only a matter of time, you will turn it into $1 billion because of how you think. Your thoughts, royalty. Please study it and begin to open up your children into that dimension. There is what I call the royalty curriculum. Gather videos that you can find on how royals think. Royals don't think suffering. They don't think it. Even when they are in a country that is called the poorest, they don't think poverty. What is wrong with us? There is blessing around us, we can't see it. Yet royalty, no blessing in their nation. Yet they still step out as the wealthiest. Do you know that even for royals, they don't take them to normal school? There are schools you take your children to, they can't think royal. You must find out the right place to invest in your children. In royalty, they have schools in the palace. They are not allowed to mix up. And I've never seen them ever refer to any royal child as a dullard. Do you see where the mistake is? We carry them to schools here, and they say this one is dull. How can he now think as a royal? As a royal, instead of them telling you are dull, they say you have a different way of thinking. You are more creative than theoretical. God gave us different minds. Nobody is a dullard. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Somebody shout royalty. The loudest again, royalty. The loudest again, royalty. So stop seeing God as just your father. Start seeing him as your king. This is a deep insight. Look at how David looked at God. No wonder David ended up as a king. Because kings give birth to kings. David would say, my king. My king. A king talking to a king. David didn't change when he became king. David was He was kinging it from the bush. When you get back home, look at your children as princes and princesses. Look at your wife as a queen. Wife, look at your husband as a king. Kings cannot take their matters to peasants to solve. There is a mindset of royalty. May this become our reality.
Behold all your beauty, to hide in your presence, abide in your shadow.